Not for the army? What does JIN really mean? Why is the most emotional album of his career not addressed precisely to his fans? And why is Jimmy Fallon at a loss for words after finding out who the woman who inspired JIN is? One name at the end of the video clip, "Don't Say You Love Me," changes everything. Is JIN in love? Is this the end of all hope for the army? Do you believe that an album can make a person silent 1,000 languages? Are you ready to accept the fact that the greatest work of an idol is not intended for his own fans? And what if love turns out to be stronger than all the promises ever uttered on stage? Jimmy Fallon couldn't hide his surprise. Even as the whole world cheered to welcome JIN from BTS, who returned to the entertainment world with an album full of wounds, love, and tears, one question remained echoing in everyone's minds. Who exactly was this album created for? It's not just a song, not just a video clip. These are fragments of the soul, pieces of feeling that cannot be controlled. And when the first teaser of the video clip, "Don't Say You Love Me," was released, the world seemed to stop spinning. The camera panned JIN's sad face, and a woman stood in front of him. No words, just a look, but it hurts more than 1,000 goodbyes. That face doesn't belong to the army. Not just an ordinary video clip model. It's also not that extra actresses were included to simply add cinematic value. The face keeps a secret. That face harbors a possibility that all this time, all the lyrics JIN wrote weren't for us. Jimmy Fallon, who is known for always being relaxed and warm when interviewing world stars, suddenly stiffened. In exclusive behind the scenes footage, Genie is seen showing a cut of an unreleased song that didn't even make it onto the main track list. But what made Fallon speechless was not the melody, but one sentence from the genie. "This one is only for her." Her. Fallon tried to laugh, but his voice was almost drowned out by the stinging curiosity. JIN only smiled slightly. Didn't add a word. No name calling. Not explain. Just a blank stare, then a long, unbearable pause. What exactly happened? Why did JIN choose to keep secret who he was referring to? And why are all the teasers, all the concept photos, even the heart-wrenching lyrics, like they're directed at one person? These questions stifle the chest of millions of ARMY around the world. Some try to deny it. Others began to gather clues. And like a slowly disintegrating puzzle, one truth after another comes to the surface. JIN's new album is not just a musical project. This is a personal project. The theme of this album is not about universal love. It's not about the fans. It's not about friendship between members. It's about a real person. Someone who has been or still is in his life. Someone who left a wound so deep. One album is not enough to explain it all. Some fans noticed that almost all the songs on this album contain one sentence repeated in different ways. "You said you love me, but not out loud." And then, in the main song "Don't Say You Love Me," the phrase becomes the main hook. JIN's voice sounded trembling, as if holding back tears. Even the visuals are stifling. He stands in the rain, dressed in a gray suit, staring blankly at a woman who is slowly walking away. The woman is wearing a white dress. His gaze was flat. But there was one moment, a second before he completely disappeared, in which he turned his head. And the smile, it's like saying, "I know you still love me." Then came the most surprising news. In the full video clip "Don't Say You Love Me," JIN will act as a couple with an actress. And not just any actress. Some of the crew who were involved in the video production process said that JIN himself asked for the music video to be packaged in a drama format. Not just the usual aesthetic cut, but really like a short film with a very specific script, screenplay, and emotional direction. In fact, to create a more intense atmosphere, JIN reportedly avoided communicating with the actress during the filming process so that their chemistry really came naturally, like a couple who once loved each other, then got hurt, then met again without a plan. And who is the actress? This is where everything becomes blurred and at the same time bright. The fans began to connect the dots. In a closed-door press conference, one of the reporters who had met JIN said that JIN looks emotional when discussing one of the Korean actresses he has long admired since childhood. Then, in an old variety show, JIN once mentioned that he's my type. Beautiful, calm, and very adult. But the name is mentioned only at the end, when the video clip "Don't Say You Love Me" ends and one sentence appears on a black screen, for the one who made silence sound like a song seokjin. The army was silent. Shin seokjin. Did JIN make this album for her? Shin seokjin, known for iconic dramas such as High Kick Through the Roof, 2009, and Taza, The Hidden Card, 2014, isn't just a talented actress. She's also known for her secretive, introverted, yet mysterious personality. There aren't many romance rumors linking her to a K-pop idol, let alone a BTS member. But in the Korean entertainment world, many know that JIN and seokjin were once involved in one advertising project, and that's where anything is possible to start. Is this just a gimmick? Did JIN just use seokjin's name to attract attention? But if that's true, why is Jimmy Fallon so lost for words? Why did the music video producer cry after finishing the editing process? Why are there so many tears behind the scenes that we never see? An editor of the HYB label said anonymously, "It's not about marketing. It's not about fandom. It's about unfinished love. About the one name that haunts every note in JIN's song." And the army began to feel the loss. It's not that JIN is wrong. It's not that JIN betrayed anyone. But since it's her first time, she's been so honest to just one person. Not millions of fans. Not to the public. But to someone who may have touched his heart more deeply than anyone. The "Don't Say You Love Me" video will be the only video that shows JIN playing lovers in a real, emotional, and tragic way. And the woman in the video is not an ordinary actress. She's the one name that finally makes us realize that even genies can love in person. Not for the camera, not for the stage. His name appears only once. But enough to destroy all hope and arouse all curiosity. Have you ever loved someone secretly, even when the world demanded you to remain silent? JIN, the worldwide handsome who always appears strong in front of the camera, now looks the most fragile precisely when he does not say anything, and that's what makes "Don't Say You Love Me" so painful. JIN's silence is more honest than thousands of interviews or variety content. As she stares at Shin seokjin in silence, we know it's not acting, but why be silent? Why did JIN, known for his humor and expressiveness, choose to pour out his heart through songs rather than words? And even more surprising, why was this song actually not announced as part of the main promotion of the album? It's not because he's embarrassed, not out of fear, but because this love is not a love that is allowed. Rumors circulating in industry circles say that this project was almost cancelled. HYB felt it was too risky to let JIN visualize her love story so real. Too personal, too honest, too emotional for a global superstar who is supposed to take care of the image. But JIN was adamant. In fact, according to one production source, JIN said in a trembling voice, "If they want to cancel, let me cancel too. But I'm not going to pretend I don't feel it." What really happened between JIN and Shin seokjin, Dan? Did this all happen before JIN entered the military? This question began to burn in the minds of the army. They dig back into old moments. JIN's gaze at the last concert, his inexplicable crying, even his handwritten sad poetry in Weverse before the hiatus. All that. Was it a farewell to someone he couldn't bring into his military life? Hashtags like #JINLoveStory and #Don't Say You Love Me meant for her are trending all over the world. Army split. Some feel betrayed, some cry because they feel JIN is finally happy, and some are just fell silent. Too devastated to say anything for many years. The genie was a symbol of loyalty. An idol who never makes a scandal, who keeps the boundaries, who never plays with love in front of the camera. But now, with one video clip, one name, and one all-too-real look, things are changing. "I never thought I'd be jealous of a song," one army member wrote on the forum. It hurts to know that it turned out that it was not us that he always thought about when writing lyrics. But can true love not be forced? Is it not human nature that the JIN have the right to feel and to lose? What makes it even more painful is the fact that this may be Jin's only chance to say it all, because after this, he will return to a life full of surveillance, stage, and protocol. The words appear at the end of the video clip. Slow down. Stab. No background music. Just white text on a black screen. For the one who made silence sound like a song, seokjin. Someone's screaming. Someone's crying. Some deny, but everyone knows. This is not a metaphor. This is a confession. Those who read quickly might think seokjin is a fictional character. But true fans know, it's not just any name. It's the name of an actress. A real woman. And now, the world knows that JIN writes, sings, and even presents himself as the lover of that woman. Not as an idol, but as a man named Kim Seokjin. Why would JIN dare to do this now? Why, after so long maintaining the image, he chose to open old wounds in front of the camera? A staff editor from the production of the Don't Say You Low. A few days after the release of the MV, Don't Say You Love Me, a rumor spread from the studio room where JIN's album was being produced. One of the technical staff leaked that Jungkook was the first person from BTS to listen to the original demo of the song. Even before the lyrics were finished being written, Jungkook listens to the song in the control room, alone with JIN. No camera, no other staff. Only the two of them, in silence, with a genie's voice playing through the big speaker saying, "Don't say you love me if you're gonna leave me anyway." According to the staff, Jungkook was crying. Without a word. Without question. Just shut up, then hugged JIN very tightly. And in a low whisper caught by the background microphone, Jungkook said, "Hyung, you still can't forget him." Huh? JIN did not answer, because the answer is too painful to say. But why does Jungkook know who he is? What is Jungkook's relationship with seokjin? And why was she so emotional when she heard that? The internet moved faster than light when an old 2019 video went viral again. In the video, Jungkook stands backstage, watching from afar as JIN talks to someone. That person is Shin Se-kyung. At that time, no one suspected anything. But after the MV and indirect recognition of JIN appeared, fans began to connect all the dots. Has their relationship lasted that long? More surprisingly, a fan who attended BTS's 2020 variety show run heard Jungkook joking, "If Jin Hyung smiles like that, he'll get a text from his favorite actress." At that time, everyone laughed. But now, the sentence is piercing. And what makes it even more mysterious, a few days after the sentence was said, the episode was re-edited when it officially aired on the V-Live platform. The sentence is gone. Cut. Why? Who told you to edit that part? Was there an attempt by HYB to cover up JIN and seokjin's closeness long ago? Some netizens claim to have seen JIN and seokjin at a resort location in Jeju in the spring of 2021. No photos. There is no hard evidence. But that testimony is sticking out again now, and this time, it feels plausible. Moreover, one of the other JIN song lyrics in this album mentions, "On Spring Island, I lost my season." Beautiful sentence, but also so specific. Does it refer to their separation? According to someone from HYB's management team who had worked with JIN, their relationship was not forbidden, but it was never approved. Because at that time, JIN's career was in a critical period ahead of conscription. Public image becomes everything, and JIN chose not to fight the system. He just kept the wound, until it finally exploded into song. Meanwhile, the public was shocked by Shin Se-kyung's Instagram post. Not a direct statement, but rather a short poem that she uploaded as an Instastory a few days after JIN's MV was released. He doesn't deny it. He doesn't shy away. He didn't rule out that the song might be about him. And for some reason, it was much more painful. In a pre-recorded interview for Echo's album promotion, Taehyung was asked to name a favorite song from JIN's album. She chose Don't Say You Love Me, then smiled a little and said, "Sometimes songs are not only about love, but also about the courage to lose." Fans began to speculate. Did V also know about this story? Has he been JIN's confiding place for years? Someone from the BTS concert staff even mentioned that when Jin was in the military, Taehyung most often sent songs and words of encouragement personally, and when Taehyung released his solo song Blue and Gray, many now see it as a reflection of guilt or sympathy for Jin. Amid all this turmoil, HYB issued an official but very brief statement. The MV and the song, Don't Say You Love Me, are works of musical fiction that depict the spectrum of human emotions. One sentence. Without explanation. Without clarification of the name, and that only makes things worse, because the army is not stupid. They know the difference between acting and real feelings. They know when a genie sings out of character, and when she sings out of a heart that can no longer bear the hurt. Jin's last online concert before his military service was extended. He sang Don't Say You Love Me in a slower piano version. At the end of the song, she just stared at the camera, speechless. And after a few seconds of silence, he said quietly, I know you guys probably wish this song was for you. But this time, let me be selfish. The sentence closed the concert, and closed the love story that has never been talked about. Or maybe just getting started?